Hello and welcome to the Worcester Center here in Massachusetts as we're here for the Division III State Championship where Rockland will be taking on Bromfield. And I'll be your commentator for this evening, Andrew Roberts.
I'm Dana Scott.
And I'm your color man, Jeff Bandini. And we're looking for a very exciting game here as Rockland has waited, well, mostly some of the senior girls have waited their entire high school career to make it to this point. And it all comes down to this, as the old adage goes, and they've certainly had a long and tough road to get here. Archbishop Williams, then going through Norwell, Abington, continuing to Foxborough, and then on to Chelsea, and that was the Division III Eastern Mass Championship, and now here's the Division III All-State Championship.
Yeah, so it looks to be a pretty good game, as Rockland not quite sure as what they should expect. I also talked to some of the girls yesterday. They said they were having some practices with people they weren't comfortable with playing, so they wouldn't know what to expect, so they'd be prepared to not expect anything, if that makes any sense. So
Yes.
basically, they don't know what to expect, so they wanted to practice with people they haven't played before, which they've never played Bromfield before.
Rockland does know this, however, that they did beat Frontier High School. The Rockland girls did travel right here to the Worcester Centrum to see that game, as this Bromfield team defeated Frontier of South Deerfield 49-36 to win the Division III Western/Central Mass Championship. And we're gathered here in the same Worcester Centrum Center to see the All-State Championship.
The rights feed to this cablecast has been waived by the MIAA on behalf of the students of Rockland High School. The MIAA represents 344 senior high schools across the Commonwealth and the 162,000 young men and women who participate annually in MIAA governed athletic competition. Any rebroadcast or republication of this program without the written consent of the MIAA is prohibited.
So we're going to go through the starting lineups here first for Bromfield. It's a very familiar sight for Bromfield, as they did this last year, playing for the Division III State Championship. However, a different story for Rockland High School. So for many of these girls, this will be the last time they'll be introduced.
The high school level.
Certainly.
So we'll get set to start things off here in a moment. Rockland going with the same starting five they've used throughout the entire tournament.
The entire year, pretty much. The starting five, one of the best we've seen, and certainly they have to be good to get all the way to the state finals, which is where we are at this point in time. Rockland's speed and quickness has certainly been the aspect that's got them so far, wearing down a pretty large Chelsea team, wearing them down to the bone until they had no choice but to give up. And that game was it was over pretty early into the second half. Rockland looking to put this one away early, but as you get later and later into the tournament, it's harder to do that. Rockland certainly not having a tough time doing that with Archbishop Williams in the first round. However, the Foxborough game, a lot different, as the game wasn't even over until the clock hit 0.
Stolen by Mitchell. She'll give it up to Flynn. Flynn will push it up court. Makes a move to the hoop and lays it in for 2.
Nice take by Kerry Flynn. Getting Rockland on the board first. Way to go out pretty fast.
Flynn with another steal to Mitchell. She can't hit it. Rebound pulled down by Craig.
Flynn certainly doing what she was unable to do in some of the games in this tournament, and is to open up the scoring easily, but she wasted very little time doing that.
The Rockland ball as Brown stepped on the end line. So Mitchell going to bring the ball up court. Gets it to Martin. To Flynn in the corner. Back to Martin. Irwin at the top of the key. Over to Mitchell. Back to Irwin. Mitchell with it now. Giving up to Flynn for 3. She hits it. 5-0 Rockland.
Nice job by Rockland to move the ball around. Keep the ball as long as possible, run the clock down a little bit. It always helps, every second counts.
Burke gives it up to Craig. Over to Brown. Puts it up. And lays it in for 2. Mitchell trying to do something, gets it to Flynn. To Warden, who puts it up. She hits it.
Warden, been one of the most reliable players this whole tournament.
Certainly has. Showing her outside touch on that play.
Rebound loose. Martin comes down with it, gets it head to Mitchell. Mitchell gives it to Flynn. Flynn down low for Martin, who puts it up and in. 9-2 Rockland.
Martin, one of the girls we talked about the whole tournament. Not the best offensive player, but she's there when the girls need her.
Rockland not afraid to score here, unlike the Abington game where it was very tough. But Rockland waited almost halfway through the first half to get a field goal, as they were stuck at 1 point for quite a while there. And they already have 9 in the first 2 minutes of this game.
The ball in. Controlled by Craig, gives it up to Burke. Burke gets it over to Vesto, who puts it up. Can't hit it. Flynn with the rebound. And the foul called on Brown on the rebound.
Surprising to think that Rockland already has a 7-point lead, only just over 2 minutes in this game. This scoring has happened very quickly.
Flynn for 3. Front rims it. Rebound goes to Burke. Burke will bring it up across half court. Gets it over to Craig. Now they get over to Vesto. Stolen by Martin. She puts it ahead for Mitchell. Mitchell lays it in for 2.
Perfectly placed pass by Liz Martin, finding the open Diana Mitchell.
And Bromfield's going to call a timeout here, and they got to try to regroup.
First 3 minutes of this game, very powerful for Rockland.
Certainly have 11 points in the first 3 minutes. Is certainly something they'd take take you back to that Abington game, Rockland had, I think it was 16 points in that whole entire first half.
A well-rounded education is one that is not only academically oriented, but one that also includes physical, social, and emotional development. Interscholastic athletics provide for the other half of education. The MIAA encourages you to support your local high school athletic teams throughout the school year.
So Kelly Flynn's been on a hot streak here for Rockland as she scored 5 of their 11 points to start the game off. But Mitchell, Martin, and Warden have also scored baskets, giving Rockland a well-rounded scoring attack.
Warden picking up right where she left off, hitting that 16-foot jumper. Certainly her inside game has improved, but as well as her outside throughout the entire season.
Burke gets it across half court. Double team, gets it to Vesto. Down low, put up and in by Satcherley. Mitchell with it at the top of the key. Give that up to Flynn. To Warden for 3. She hits it. Rockland up by 10, 14-4.
Jess Warden showing the outside touch once again.
Stolen by Irwin. Gives that up to Mitchell. Mitchell called for the travel as she tried to drive in.
It's Rockland's first turnover.
Well, early in this game, it looks like Rockland's got Bromfield running all over the place. Let's hope they can keep it up the rest of this game.
Craig with it now, top of the key. Gets it to Satterley, who puts it up and in. Mitchell will bring it back down court for Rockland. Gets it over to Irwin for 3. She can't hit it. Burke bringing the ball back down court now. Got it by Irwin. Gives it up to Vesto. Out to Craig. Craig tries to drive, stolen. And jump ball will be called as Martin went after the ball.
Good job by Bromfield getting right in there. Could see that Rockland had the ball stolen. They got in there, forced the jump.
Mitchell with it at the top of the key. Bounce past Irwin. Out to Flynn. Flynn trying to drive. Rejected. Martin with the rebound. They get it around to Warden and puts it up. Back rims it. Another rebound pulled down. And Burke will bring the ball up court.
Rockland certainly taking the outside shots on the last few possessions.
Craig with it. Gives it up to Brown who puts it up. Can't hit the shot. Rebound to Burke. Out to Craig. Vesta with it, trying to drive, puts up the baseline jumper, rebound to Flynn. They're going to push it ahead to Mitchell. And Mitchell will hit her shot.
Flynn to Mitchell again for like the 500th time in their career. Maybe not that many, but a lot.
Bromfield having trouble containing Mitchell from getting out. Once she gets out, forget about her. They're not going to be able to catch her. She's too fast.
There's nothing wrong with that because no team that I've seen so far has been able to contain Mitchell breaking away from that crowd off the rebound. Something I'm sure they practice time and time again, and it certainly works most of the time.
Craig will hit her 3-point shot, and it's a 16-9 lead. Rockland on top here. Warden with it, spins, puts it up, but can't bank it home. Burke bringing the ball up court now. Give it up to Craig. Down low, Brown puts it up and in. Mitchell at the top of the key.
Bromfield trying to erase that 10-point lead a few minutes ago.
And Irwin will hit a 3-pointer, 19-11.
This team's not afraid to take that three-pointer at all.
Yeah, and they're showing it today.
Craig with it. Gives it up to Burke. Over to Vesto. Craig with it now at the top of the key. They swing it around. They find Brown. Over to Vesto, who puts it up and hits the hook shot.
Good job by Vestal hitting that hook shot right over the Rockland defense. Certainly if Bromfield can eliminate Rockland defense as a factor, this game's going to be very close.
Flynn driving and fouled as she went up for the shot. So she will go to the line now.
The Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association is committed to good sportsmanship. Sportsmanship, citizenship, and responsibility are the trademarks of high school activities. Support school activities within your own displays of good sportsmanship and help encourage America's youth to accept the responsibility which freedom demands. Support your local high school. See the future of America on display. Attend high school competition in your community.
And Kerry Flynn hits both of them.
Alyssa Murphy has just checked in.
And Rockland up 21-13. Ball stolen by Martin. And she drew the foul after making the steal. Rockland will have to inbound.
Bromfield being aggressive on defense as well as Rockland, and it's cost them. They get 3 team fouls already.
Murphy gets it to Flynn. Back to Murphy. Cross court to Mitchell. Mitchell drives, lays it up. Airballs it. Rebound put down by Vesto.
That's not the outcome that Diana Mitchell thought she was going to get out of that shot, as she threw it up and hit nothing but the net, but it didn't go through the hoop.
Craig with it now. Gets it to Vesto. Trying to drive. Lays it up and won't go. Murphy with the rebound. Jump ball called as the ball came loose and Martin dove on top of it, but it will be Bromfield ball.
Rockland a little sloppy off the rebound there, as it was clearly going to be Rockland ball, but Bromfield forced the jump ball and they have the ball.
Vesto with it, gets it over. In the corner to Julio, hits it. Murphy with it. Gets it to Flynn for 3. She can't hit it. Craig bringing it up, gets it to Johnston.
Another turnover for Bromfield, called for the carry.
And Rockland gonna call a timeout here as they're up 21-15 with 7:06 to play in the first half.
Rockland still holding on to that 6-point lead. Better than having to come from behind, that's what I have to say.
Representatives of local school committees, school superintendents, school administrators, athletic directors, coaches, game officials, and physicians, numbering close to 500, voluntarily contribute their time and service to 31 MIAA standing committees. The efforts of these men and women are the strength and backbone of the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. The MIAA salutes all who serve as MIAA committee members on behalf of 155,000 MIAA students and athletes across the Commonwealth.
So Rockland doing a good job on the defense here. Certainly not as good as they could do, as we've seen better, but nonetheless 6 points is the Rockland lead. And every starter has scored for Rockland. Flynn leading the bunch with 7. Jess Warden with 5, including a 3-pointer. Liz Martin with 2, Sarah Irwin with 3, including that 3-pointer, and Diana Mitchell with 4. 2 of those being able to elude the Bromfield defense.
Mitchell bringing the ball up court at the top of the key. Gets it over to Murphy, to Warden in the corner. Back to Murphy, now to Flynn. Flynn puts up the jumper. Rebound pulled down by Craig. And Craig will bring the ball up court now. Got it by Mitchell. Gets it over Vestal, puts it up and in.
Vestal seemed to, I'm not sure if that was Vestal or Brown, but either way, she got around the Rockland defense, was able to put in the easy two.
Murphy for three. Can't get it to go. Vestal with the rebound, gives it up to Johnson. Johnson with a stolen by Murphy. Ahead to Mitchell for two.
Good job by Melissa Murphy to force that havoc in the loose ball and got it to Mitchell perfectly, who scored the two.
Craig finds Johnson. Doubled by Flynn. Moving the ball around. Martin with the rebound, gives it to Flynn. Flynn pushing the ball down court. And Flynn drew the foul.
Flynn went all the way off the rebound, went all the way to the hoop, drew the foul.
Shelly comes in to replace Murphy. 5:35 to play in the first half. Rockland up 23-17. And Flynn will hit her second shot to make it 24-17.
Flynn with 8 so far. Rockland with this lead, certainly showing why it's in this game.
Johnson hits a three-pointer.
Rockland's lead now cut down back to 4.
McSherry puts up an air ball. Ball loose underneath, pulled away. And Craig will bring it up court. Gets it up to Vesto. Out to Johnson for three. She airballs it. Rockland ball.
Johnson trying to do what she did a few minutes ago and stick that three from the top of the key, but that one just wasn't happening.
Can't hit those shots every time.
Certainly can't.
Neither team seems to be afraid to take those 3-pointers this game.
Certainly not. Rockland hitting 3 of them already. Irwin, Flynn, and Warden being the ones who hit those shots.
Flynn with it now. Gets it to McSherry. Shelly puts it up. Can't hit it. Gets her own rebound. And called for the travel.
A rare turnover down low for Lauren McSherry.
Irwin checks in to replace McSherry now. Craig with it now. Gets it over to Burke. Back out to Craig at the top of the key. Burke tries to put up the jumper. Can't bank it home. Rebound tracked down by Flynn. To Martin. Head to Mitchell. Warden with it. Puts it up. Flynn rimmed it.
Warden had to double pump on that shot as she was defended very nicely.
Burke with it. Trying to drive in. And dish off. Lost out of bounds, Rockland ball.
Rockland certainly forcing those turnovers can't hurt. They're trying to build up the lead. It's only at 4 right now. 3:33 remaining in the first half.
Mitchell gets it to Irwin. To Warden. Out to Mitchell, puts up a 3. She can't hit it. Martin with the rebound. And fouled as she tried to put it back up.
Martin with an excellent job in the traffic of the Bromfield Trojans defense. There were 3 girls there, and she ended up getting the rebound over all 3 of them. She'll be making a rare free throw appearance.
155,000 students will participate this year in more than 80,000 high school sport competitions among MIAA's 355 member schools. The Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association encourages you to support your local high school athletic programs and the students who participate in them.
And Martin will hit one of 2. 25-20 lead for Rockland with 3:15 to play in the first half. Burke with it now. Gives it up to Craig. Back to Burke. Down low, Vesto. They swing the ball across. It's put up. Knocked out of bounds, Rockland ball.
Rockland seeming to get the lucky bounces off the rebounds, not letting Bromfield get those second chances. Because as we saw in the Foxborough game, when the girls get second chances, it's usually it's easy to rack up those points.
And Warden fouled as she tried to put up that shot, and she'll go to the line.
Interscholastic athletics allow thousands of high school students to strive to be champions in 29 sports for boys and girls offered at MIAA member schools. High school activities have the potential to inspire maximum performance, to provide quality competition, and to foster the development of the high school standards of sportsmanship among players, coaches, officials, and spectators. Quality of competition and maximum student participation in each sport are goals of the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. Let us all assume the responsibility of assuring that every high school athletic competition represents a positive educational experience for the participating students. Please lend your personal support to the efforts of the school leaders in your community.
Warden with a nice steal there. Gives it up to Flynn, who tries to take it in. Can't bank it home. Irwin with the rebound. Out to Mitchell. To Irwin in the corner. She can't hit it. Rebound pulled down by Vesto and given up to Burke.
Pizzolo checked out a few minutes ago in the light of 3 fouls very early in this game.
Craig with it. Tipped out of bounds by Flynn. Who remained Bromfield ball on the inbounds. Burke with it. Tries to dish off. Vesto picks it up, tries to put it up. Rebound to Warden. That pass too far for Mitchell.
One of the rare passes Mitchell is unable to get to.
Burke has it now. The double team comes.
What an excellent pass by Flynn.
No look behind the back. Beautiful play. Great job for Mitchell to get down there and score that point.
Tell me they don't practice that one.
Nice steal for Flynn. That's a big score. It's going to stretch Rockland's lead out to 9.
Certainly could use it with less than 2 minutes remaining. It's almost like Flynn knew exactly where Mitchell was. It's kind of creepy if you think about it, but either way, it's going to get their lead up to 9, as Dana mentioned, and forces a timeout. So Dana, what's your thoughts on the Trojans' size in this game as it's contributed to Rockland's lead so far?
I don't think it's had much of an effect on the Rockland players, physically or psychologically. They're doing a great job of getting inside and keeping Bromfield from scoring.
Certainly keep it on the inside, but outside as well, as you mentioned earlier. Not afraid to take the 3-pointers, either team. Rockland's been rarely forced to rely on outside, as they have mostly relied on the inside, is why Jess Warden has been such a factor in this tournament so far, but certainly the outside game isn't too shabby either. Diana Mitchell, the key catalyst to that.
So Berkeley in ball court, gets it ahead to Vesto. Now across to Craig. To Brown in the corner. Trying to go down low, back out to Brown, who puts it up. Can't hit a shot. Flynn with the rebound. Pushing up court for Mitchell. And she hits her basket. 31-20.
Linda Mitchell once again, third time this game.
Again, Bromfield having problems containing Mitchell. letting her get out there.
But then again, who's counting?
Vesto fouled as she put up the shot, and she'll go to the line with exactly 1 minute to play in the first half.
Certainly Flynn with such an all-around game, scoring, rebounding, passing. And Diana Mitchell with the breakaway speed that she has is unable, when Flynn gets one of those rebounds, she's able to pass it to Mitchell. And usually scores for the two. She did on that last play.
And now the score is Rockland 31, Bromfield 22. Under a minute to play. Mitchell at the top of the key, gives it up to Irwin. Back to Mitchell. To Warden for a 15-footer, airballs it. Craig pushing him back down court. Gives it up to Vesto, puts up a 15-footer. And she was fouled on the shot.
So Vestal gets another shot at the charity line.
She hits the first one. And the second one will roll out, rebound to Flynn. Flynn pushing up court. Cross to Mitchell. Mitchell to Irwin. Irwin thinks about it. Tries to go inside for Warden. And jump ball called. Rockland possession is Martin dove on top of the loose ball.
Good job by Liz Martin once again getting on the floor. We've seen it many times throughout this tournament. Not afraid to get on the floor at all.
Irwin gives it up to Flynn. Flynn behind the back. Back to Irwin. For a long two. She can't hit it. Rebound tracked down by Martin. Stolen by Craig. Pushing up court. Burke tries to go to Brown. Too far, out of bounds. Rockland ball with 4.5 seconds to play in the half.
Rockland was doing a great job on defense there, playing tight. Bromfield trying to use speed, but you can't outrun Rockland in the long run.
Bromfield with excellent passing.
Flynn put up a desperation shot as time expired, which won't go. So at halftime, the score will be Rockland 31, Bromfield 23.
Rockland got the lead with the first 2 points or 3 points of the game and hasn't looked back since. They have the 8-point lead going into the second half.
And you're watching tournament action here on WRPS Rockland. Hello and welcome back to the second half of action here at the Worcester Centrum Center, where Rockland is leading Bromfield 31-23. And it's been a good game for Rockland's outside shooters so far tonight, as they've been hitting most of their shots from beyond the arc.
They did a good job of stretching out their lead the first half. They got out real quick, started up with the steals, built it up on their points. Hence why they have the big lead right now, 31-23.
It's very hard to label this game so far as either offensive or defensive because both teams have played spectacular defense and both have reaped the benefits of the offensive end via the three-pointer, as Dana just mentioned. But Rockland's defense certainly is going to be a contributing factor down the stretch. And I'm sure Bromfield's will too, as they'll try to cut down Rockland from scoring and hopefully will score themselves and build up and try to erase the Rockland 8-point lead as the state championship's on the line in the next 16 minutes.
The Bromfield inbound. Burke with it. Going up against Mitchell. Gets it over to Vesto. Vesto lost it out of bounds. Rockland ball.
I'm not so sure if she got tripped up a little by Irwin or she just fell, but nonetheless, it's going to be Rockland ball.
Mitchell gets it over to Irwin. Out to Warden. Back to Irwin. Tries to go cross court to Mitchell and tipped out of bounds. It will remain Rockland ball with 17 on the shot clock. Irwin gets it into Mitchell. Over to Flynn. Flynn puts it up. And she gets the shot to go.
Nice behind the back move. Faked out. The double team and then just went up easy for the shot.
Bromfield didn't know what was going on while that play was happening. Carrie Flynn behind the back, up and got the roll.
And Burke will hit her shot. 33-25, Rockland up. Mitchell with it. Over to Irwin. To Warden. To Flynn. Flynn caught for the travel.
So rare turnover by Carrie Flynn there. Giving Bromfield the ball back.
Craig bringing the ball up court. Gets it over to Vesto. And Craig caught for the travel down low.
I think the teams still think they're on the bus as they keep traveling.
I'm sure they'd be to California by now.
Probably would be. Certainly been a lot of turnovers in this game.
Warden down low, banks it home for 2. Rockland back up by 10.
Nice job by Warden to use her height advantage.
Good job by Carrie Flynn getting it to Warden.
Craig gets it over to Sattery. Over to Brown, who puts it up and in.
Bromfield doing a good job of moving the ball around the second half within the first 2 minutes.
Mitchell with it, gives it up to Flynn. Over to Irwin. Mitchell with it now. Back out to Irwin for 3. And they'll count it as 2 as the foot was on the line.
Irwin certainly with the outside touch. She hit a 3-pointer earlier in the game.
Nice play there between Flynn and Warden. Flynn can't finish. Mitchell with the rebound puts it up.
Rockland almost catching the break there as Flynn missed the layup.
Martin with the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Bromfield. Rockland ball.
Nice job. Bromfield had the 3-on-1. Kerry Flynn got down there real quick for the defense. Hence the back rim on the layup. Rockland did a nice job getting the ball right back.
Each team catching a break there. Bromfield catching the break on the Flynn miss.
And Warden will hit her shot for 2. Rockland up by 12, 39-27.
Certainly not going to catch a break too often when Warden's got the ball, that's for sure.
Certainly not.
Craig with it now. Knocked out of bounds by Warden. Bromfield ball.
Warden coming up huge in this game so far. She's got 11.
Warden was the leading scorer in the game against Chelsea.
Down low, Brown is fouled by Irwin. So Bromfield will have to inbound.
Rockland still holding onto the pretty large lead. They've been able to add 4 onto the lead that they had at halftime.
Craig puts it up and in. So Flynn will bring the ball down court now for Rockland.
Looks like Rockland's trying to break up their defense a little bit by letting Flynn bring up the ball.
Flynn had a pass stolen, and now Burke will bring the ball up court.
Rockland has to be aware of those turnovers. His leads can diminish very quickly if you start turning the ball over.
Flynn commits a foul, and Murphy comes in now to replace Irwin. Backcourt violation called on Burke. Rockland ball.
Sloppy play by Bromfield. They didn't realize where they were, and she just dribbled back court.
Flynn with it. To Warden. Warden lost it. Ball loose. Murphy picks it up. Gets it to Flynn. Flynn trying to drive. Puts it up and hits the shot.
Great move by Flynn.
That was an off-balance shot if I've ever seen one by Flynn.
Martin pulled away with the rebound. She's fouled after coming down with the ball.
And Martin got that pass off. It would have been sure Mitchell would have scored because she was up that court all by herself.
It's tough to tell who caught the break on that one as Martin was fouled, but it also would have made it into 2 points for Rockland as Mitchell was down court, as Dana mentioned. And we've seen that 3 times already, Mitchell scoring off the long pass.
Mitchell gets it over to Murphy. Back to Mitchell for 3. She hits it. 44-29.
That is a big shot for Diana Mitchell. We saw it with 2 minutes left in the Abington game. That's a big shot in this game.
Craig trying to drive, dish it out, gets it back, now goes inside, and Vesto puts it up and in. Flynn at the top of the key, gets it over to Murphy. To Mitchell. To Warden. Her shot was partially blocked. No, remain rocking ball with it went out of bounds.
Warden trying the hook for the first time tonight. She got it partially blocked, nonetheless going to be Rockland ball off the inbound.
Murphy into Flynn. Flynn tries to drive, dishes off for Warden who puts it up and drew the foul.
Carrie Flynn, excellent quickness, driving to the hoop, dishing for Warden. She got fouled.
Warden with a chance to put her team back up by 15. She's up 13 now. She hits the first shot.
Kind of rolled in there. Second one as well. She's got 13, certainly a factor in this game as well as every tournament game thus far.
Craig bringing the ball up court. Dishes off for Vesto. Back to Craig. Find Thatchery. Now they find the cutting Burke. And a kick ball called. So Bromfield will have to inbound with a fresh 30 on the shot clock. It's into Vesto, puts it right up and in. 46-33 now, with under 10 minutes to play in the game.
Rockland was almost handcuffed by that inbound as nobody moved. I don't think they knew where the ball was going.
Mitchell getting it out to Murphy. Back to Mitchell. Puts up for 3. Can't hit it. Flynn with the rebound. Puts up the 15-footer. She can't hit it. The rebound pulled down by Brown.
Clock's ticking on Bromfield. Down 13, 9:31 to go.
Bromfield inbound after the Liz Martin foul.
Rockland doesn't seem to be letting up defensively or offensively so far. Still being as aggressive as always.
Burke with it at the top of the key. Gives it back to Craig. Over to Burke. They find Vesto. And the blocking foul is called on Liz Martin.
Liz Martin trying to draw the charge. It didn't exactly work that way. She was called for the foul.
Vesto puts it up. Can't bank it home. Rebound to Flynn. Gets it out to Murphy. Over to Mitchell, puts it up, can't hit a shot. Tipped out of bounds by Burke, Rockland ball.
Rockland had the 3-on-1, couldn't put it down. But it's going to be theirs off the inbounds that went off Bromfield.
Flynn for three, can't hit it. Rebound pulled down by Murphy. Rockland ball.
Rockland catching a huge break.
Murphy did a great job saving that. One of the Bromfield players went to grab it and knocked it out of bounds. So still Rockland ball.
Murphy with it. Goes cross court to Mitchell for three. She can't hit it.
Bromfield.
Mitchell called for the backcourt violation.
Bromfield too strong on the pass. Mitchell tracked it down, turned it over. Another one of those cases of not knowing where exactly on the floor you are, as we saw it by Bromfield earlier in this half.
Main Bromfield ball as the ball is knocked out of bounds by Rockland. And Craig will inbound now. Vesta with it. Driving, putting it up, trying to bank it home. Martin with the rebound. And the foul committed by Brown.
Brown knew Martin was going for that long pass, got her hand in the way, and ended up hitting it. And the foul was on Brown.
Flynn with it now. Shaking and baking, trying to get it over. Main Rockland ball and the kick ball by Vesta.
Rockland's got to get a new 30 to work with, could be huge. Just about 8 minutes remaining in this game.
Murphy with it, gets it up to Mitchell. Back to Murphy. She puts it up. Can't hit the shot. Lost out of bounds. Last touch by Bromfield. Rockland ball.
Bromfield has been cursed with not able to track down the loose balls and the rebounds, as Rockland's gotten many second and third opportunities off that.
Flynn with it. Gets it over to Murphy. Down low to Warden, who puts it up and in. 48-35.
Very fast developing play there by Rockland. Excellent ball movement. Warden caught it and shot it right away off the pass. The hook shot went.
And Murphy commits the foul. So Bromfield will inbound the ball.
Melissa Murphy's been pretty aggressive this game, showing that she's a great defenseman. She's been all over the place on defense. Done a great job turning the ball over a number of times.
Bromfield School trying to get pumped up here. They're down 15, 7:37 to go. I would like to remind you that the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association is committed to the welfare of student athletes throughout the Commonwealth and to the fairness of competition among its member schools. 150,000 high school students from 355 of those member schools will participate in interscholastic athletics during this current academic year. Many thousands of these boys and girls enjoy additional educational experiences by qualifying for one or more of the 250 postseason championships in 20 different sports sponsored by the MIAA. The game you're watching is a culmination of one of these activities. The MIAA, on behalf of high school students across the Commonwealth, thanks you for your support of their educational programs. Rockland certainly has a lot to be proud of. To get a shot of Principal Stephen Sangster. Observing his high school hopefully on its way to its first ever state championship.
Johnson with the ball, gets it over to Craig. Craig called for the double dribble.
Some of that aggression that Dana mentioned by Melissa Murphy paid off on that play as it led to the turnover.
Murphy inbounds to Mitchell. Mitchell will bring the ball up across half court. Over to Murphy. to Warden. Back to Murphy, out to Flynn. Down low, Warden fouled as she tried to go up with the ball.
Flynn using her quickness to look for the backdoor pass for Warden. She was fouled. Warden's going to be going to the line again.
Warden misses the first one. She'll get the second one to roll in. 49-33. Johnson bringing the ball up, gets it over to Craig. Back to Johnson. Out to Craig. Craig drives, puts up a 15-footer, and hits it.
Somewhat of a scoring drought by the Bromfield Trojans was ended on that shot.
Murphy with it now. Gets it over to Martin. Out to Warden. Flynn in the corner for three. She can't hit it. Rebound to Vesto. Craig bringing the ball up court. Johnson with it now. Trying to drive in. Dishes off. Flynn with the rebound. To Murphy.
Foul before the shot, apparently. It's going to remain Rockland ball. 5 fouls in this half already for the Trojans.
Mitchell gets it to Murphy. To Warden. Back out to Mitchell for three. She can't hit it. Rebound loose. Flynn comes away with it. Puts it up. Warden with the rebound. She's fouled as she tries to put up the shot.
Rockland getting really lucky off its aggression there as they got third chance on that play. Warden was eventually fouled.
So Warden will get on a shot at the foul line.
Literally.
And Warden will hit her first one, put Rockland up 50-35 with exactly 6 minutes to play. Flynn with the rebound on the next one, and puts it up and in.
This is my three-point play I was talking about the last game.
I was just about to mention that. Rockland catching the break. Missed the shot, get the rebound, put it in. So as Dana might like to mention, the three-point play as we mentioned earlier.
Taking that 1 point and expanding it over several plays, but the way I would combine it would be one play.
Yeah, and Rockland got the 3 chances before that, plus the foul shots, plus the shot afterwards, so that would make how many chances in that one play?
A lot.
A lot, exactly. Rockland's 17 points, quite a hill to climb for the Trojans. Certainly against this Rockland team, which while you're trying to crawl up that hill is going to push you down even further. So the best thing you can do is run up the hill, and hopefully you'll be able to barge them a little bit, but Foxborough's the only team in this tournament that's been able to do that. But then again, they weren't down 17 points at all in that game. They stuck with Rockland right from the start.
Bringing the ball up court now is Craig. Got it by Mitchell. Gets it to Johnson. Stolen by Murphy.
Nice steal by Murphy.
Murphy can't finish. Rebound. Pulled down by Craig, and she was fouled.
Murphy doesn't have to be too happy about that shot.
Didn't get the shot, but the great job, as I said earlier, on the defense, causing that turnover.
Well, one thing good did come out of that steal. There's less time on the clock now than there was before. What can certainly be the sixth man, as Andrew likes to say.
Yes, it can be.
Certainly in a game where Rockland's up by so much with so little time to go, 5 seconds, 10 seconds here can really contribute.
Down low, Flynn puts it up. Can't hit it. Rebound pulled down by Martin.
Nice hustle by Martin, tracking it down. Rockland's going to get a second shot off this play.
Murphy puts it up and in. Johnson across half court. Leaves it for Craig. Johnson out top. To Craig in the corner. She hits the two-pointer. 54-39 with 4:20 to play in the game. Flynn trying to shake and bake, puts up the 15-footer. Can't get the ball.
.5 lead still for Rockland. Has been putting the Trojans mostly in a drought so far, but now Rockland's over the limit, and it's going to put Bromfield on the one-on-one situation for the remainder of this game.
She misses the shot. Bromfield called with the travel, Rockland ball.
Tuzelo making a big mistake with 4 minutes to go on the travel. Went for the rebound, just decided to take a little walk. Can't do that when you're trying to climb out of a 15-point deficit.
Certainly not. Rockland with his 5 starters back in there.
Flynn with it down low, puts it up. Can't hit the shot. Craig pushing the ball down court. Almost stolen by Flynn. Craig got it back. Pushing down court, down low. Vesto puts it up and in. 54-41.
Great ball movement by the Trojans, finding Vesto.
Mitchell with it now. Trying to drive in. They get it out. Flynn at the top of the key. Now to Warden. Mitchell out to Irwin. Stolen by Craig.
Rockland trying to run down the clock, ran it down, took maybe an extra pass, threw that ball away.
The ball is put up and in by Tuzulio.
Tuzulio certainly got her whole high school career ahead of her. She's only in 8th grade, 6'1". Certainly has the outside touch.
Mitchell going out. Passes it out to Warden for 3. She can't hit it. And Craig will push the ball back down court for Bromfield.
So Rockland leaving a little leeway for Bromfield to make a small comeback here.
Rockland now only up by 9. Mistakes are costing them.
Rockland certainly doesn't have much to be happy about in the last minute. Is from going around passing it, trying to wear out the clock. Costly turnover here, costly turnover there. And the Trojans have managed to climb within single digits once again.
They went from a 18-point lead with 8 minutes left in this game. Now they're only up by 9. Bromfield making their comeback. 2:35 left to go.
When is the best time to talk to your child about athletics and the use of mood-altering chemicals? Try talking together when there is no pressing problem. Let your child know what your expectations are and where the boundaries are in your family. And above all, keep talking together. Brought to you by the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. So Bromfield Trojan High School has a lot to be happy about in the last minute. As with 3:30 in the clock, Rockland just passing around the ball has led to 6 unanswered points by the Trojans. With 2:35 to go, and the clock is going to be more and more of the 6 man as it ticks down. But certainly Rockland High School has more to be happy about as they still have the 9-point lead, which is not a bad deficit. It's just not as large as it was quite a few minutes ago.
Flynn fouled on the inbounds. Should be at the line shooting 1-on-1.
Bromfield a little aggressive off the timeout. Flynn's going to be at the line shooting the one-on-one.
Murphy checking back in to replace Irwin.
These free throws could be huge for the Rockland Bulldogs.
And Flynn will hit the first one. Rockland back up by 10, 55-45.
It's 15 now for Flynn.
And she hits them both, 56-45, Rockland up.
Rockland with a little more breathing room after those two free throws.
Pushing the ball down court, Craig has it, puts up a three, and she hits it.
It's 12 for Craig. Big three-pointer.
Murphy with it now. Back to Mitchell. Back out to Murphy, who puts it up. She can't hit the shot. Knocked out of bounds with a minute 57 to play.
That minute 57 didn't seem so important with 4 minutes left. But now it certainly is.
Besto puts the shot up. Can't hit it. Ball loose. Warden comes away with the rebound. Give it up to Mitchell.
Mitchell trying to run down that clock a little bit.
The clock becoming more and more the sixth man for Rockland here. As Murphy has it, under a minute 30 to play.
It's up to the Trojans to climb up that hill.
Stolen by Burke. And Murphy commits the foul as she knocked it away from her. With a minute 21, Burke will be at the line.
Trojans may resort to the fouling, which will put Rockland at the line, forcing them to force their free throws to try to bury themselves. Certainly burying themselves is not something they're about to do. The Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association is committed to good sportsmanship. Sportsmanship, citizenship, and responsibility are trademarks of high school activities. Support school activities within your own displays of good sportsmanship and help encourage America's youth to accept the responsibility which freedom demands. Support your local high school, see the future of America on display, and attend a high school competition in your community. As you get a shot of the Rockland bench, a lot more tense than it was probably about 3 minutes ago.
Rockland now only up by 8 with a minute 21 to go. It only takes about a second to score a point. They know that any moment, Bromfield could erupt. Look for some tight defense from both teams.
Certainly have. Bromfield knows how it feels. They were here last year.
Burke at the line shooting a one-on-one. She hits the first one. She'll be at the line for one more. She misses the second one. And a lane violation called on Kelly Flynn. Burke will have one more try. And she hits it, 56-50.
That extra free throw could be crucial. Can't say down the stretch because we are at the stretch.
Flynn with it now. Gives it up to Mitchell. Mitchell to Martin. Across to Murphy.
I was just going to say Rockland needs to score on this possession to put Bromfield a little further back. She was fouled. She's going to the line for the one-on-one.
With 1 minute and 1 second to play in the game.
Certainly neither of my two colleagues here expected this game to be this close with a minute left. But that's what it's all boiled down to.
Under a minute to play now. Burke gets it up to Vesto. Out to Craig. Knocked out of bounds by Murphy.
Certainly that would have been huge for Rockland if Murphy saved that. The ball would have went rolling.
Right into Mitchell's hands. That would have been beautiful.
Exactly. 41.8. And it can seem like an eternity for either team, especially the seniors on both sides.
They all want the state championship.
They certainly do.
This is what it all comes down to.
Certainly does. Rockland has tasted the win each 5 times in this tournament so far. Foxborough being the most exciting of the games, certainly can't knock the Chelsea game at the Fleet Center. But all roads lead to the Worcester Centrum. And the road is about 41.8 seconds away, approximately. So your thoughts on the last few minutes and how Bromfield got back in this game, Dana?
They did a very good job on defense to get back into the game. Rockland had a very, very, very comfortable lead with 18 points to go. Bromfield has now closed that within 6. 41.8 seconds. March 18th. Division III girls, state championship.
So
6 points to go for Bromfield. You couldn't ask for a better game.
certainly a 6-0 run in less than 30 seconds with 3:30 to go by the Trojans. Helped them get back in this game also, to be more specific. The shot's going to be called off. That's huge for Rockland.
The travel called.
Here comes the D.
Rockland called the timeout, and they had trouble inbounding the ball. 31.3 seconds to play in the game now.
Certainly that traveling call was huge for Rockland.
You're seeing that pressure defense I was talking about earlier from Bromfield. They're going to want to get that ball back and score as fast as they can.
They certainly do, with less and less time remaining every time someone's carrying that ball. Rockland bench, very tense, I'm sure. We get a shot of them once again. Certainly have a lot to be proud of. Winning the Sportsmanship Award for the Patriot League this year. Certainly have showcased their talent to all of Massachusetts throughout this entire tournament.
The fans are on their feet here.
It's going to be very tough off this inbound.
Mitchell fouled as she tried to bring the ball up court. There's 29 seconds to play.
What Rockland wanted to do was get the ball to Mitchell so she could run away from the Trojan defense and run that clock down. But they fouled her. She's going to the line, and now the ball's in Mitchell's hands, so to speak. She has a chance to push Bromfield's lead.
Bromfield with the rebound. And Craig fouled by Murphy as she tried to bring the ball up court. Not something Rockland wanted to do on that possession.
Definitely not. Certainly if the inbound pass to Mitchell went as Rockland wanted, there wouldn't be 25 seconds left. It'd maybe be 10. Sarah Irwin checking back in.
As Rockland going through the offense-defense between Irwin and Murphy, switching them off.
Irwin certainly the better rebounder, but Murphy slightly better on offense.
56-51. Craig at the line for one more.
Craig has come up big in this game.
Front rims it. Rebound put up by Vesto.
Bromfield getting the second chance.
Three-pointer by Craig, no good. Flynn with the rebound. Gives it up to Mitchell.
Mitchell trying to get that ball to Irwin for the much-needed 2 points. But if somebody's going to be at the line, you want it to be Diana Mitchell. So lead's now down to 5 points. Bromfield an astounding 10 fouls so far in the second half. Much over the limit.
And Mitchell will hit the first one.
Calmly, I might add. Calmly hits the first one.
And she hits the second one.
Mitchell
58-51.
Mitchell with 15.
Under 10 seconds to play. Ball put up and in by Bromfield, but it's all over now. Rockland wins the state title for Division III girls by beating Bromfield 58-53 here at the Worcester Centrum Center.
Excellent game by Rockland, holding off a very tight late run by Bromfield Trojans. Certainly Rockland held off the run by Norwell in the second round, but it was nothing as nerve-wracking as this game. Worcester Centrum, Division III title on the line. Your thoughts, Dana?
Rockland had a great game. Not to take anything away from Bromfield. Bromfield did a great job coming back. But as we would say, the better team has won today. Now Rockland Division III state championships of the year 2000. What a way to close the season for these seniors: Kerry Flynn, Jessica Wood, Mary Gay, Sarah Irwin, and Diana Mitchell.
Certainly Kerry Flynn and Diana Mitchell had dreams of sugar plums, so to speak, in their eyes back in 8th grade. They said 2000's the year that we're going to win the state title. And as the popular song goes, dreams can come true. Rockland winning it all.
As Flynn was able to score 16 points here tonight, Mitchell added 15, Warden added 16, excuse me. Martin put in 3 points, Murphy got 2, and Irwin scored 5 points.
So Rockland being very sportsmanship-like as it's been all year, shaking hands with the Bromfield Trojans.
To correct myself, Rockland has one more senior, Holly Guvermont, who's been a member of this team for a long time.
Certainly, Bromfield has nothing to be ashamed of. When they look at Rockland as state champions Division III, they can say, you know, we put Rockland on the edge of their seat, and they most certainly did.
They put up a fight, that's for sure.
We get a shot of the Bromfield girls. Very sportsmanship-like as well.
And the majority of the Bromfield team, seniors this year, so you can see the heartbreak on most of their faces.
Certainly true. Bromfield of Harvard, Mass, defeating Frontier this past week to get here. I want to be let down by the Rockland Bulldogs, but as I said earlier, they have nothing to be ashamed of. They had great outside shooting, great defense, put on a 6-0 run with about 3:30 to go in the game. Really put Rockland on the edge of their seat.
Rockland now receiving their state title. Holding it high in the air.
And it's a dream come true from the Rockland seniors who have been working, most of them for 5 years straight in the program, as well as the underclassmen who are getting a taste of some great tournament play this year.
It's great for the underclassmen to know what it feels like to get this far, but the unfortunate thing is it's going to be hard to top this year for some of those 9th, 10th, 11th graders to top this season. But certainly starting off your high school career with a state title under your belt is no shame either.
And Rockland convincingly showing themselves as the top Division III team here as they built an 18-point lead. But Bromfield also showed their toughness as they closed it down late in the game and tried to make a run at Rockland. But Rockland again proven they're the better team as they were able to hold out at the end and win this game by 5.
Exactly. Kerry Flynn, arguably the best shooter, passer, player in Rockland High School history. 2000th point back on January 4th. And I hear many, many girls, many pro athletes saying that individual accolades are great, but winning it all has got to be the greatest. And now Carrie Flynn and Dinah Mitchell and the rest of the Rockland seniors and underclassmen can say that they've achieved that feat.
So the final score here is Rockland 58, Bromfield 53. I've been your commentator for this evening, Andrew Roberts.
I'm Dana Scott.
I'm your color man, Jeff Bandini.
And thank you for watching the Division III Championship game from the Worcester Centrum Center on WRPS Rockland Channel 53. And good night.